Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be ranking every Luigi's Mansion game. I'm here with a guest, Ember, or Vampire Gamer 157.
Hello.
We're going to be ranking every Luigi's Mansion today. That's the plan. Let's go over to we have these three. Now, I want to put a little specification here. When we talk about Luigi's Mansion 1, this includes the 3DS remaster and the first one. We have coverage for both. I never played the 3DS version, but Ember has, and Ember has not played the GameCube one, and I have. So we have both coverage. For 2, we're talking about both of them. To be honest, they're pretty much the same fucking game anyways.
They're the same game.
Luigi's Mansion 3. Let's start off with the very beginning one. I feel Luigi's Mansion 1, I feel like it's in the A tier. I think it's an A tier game.
I feel like it goes with B tier. But I want to hear your reasoning first.
Well, the first game is very original. It's more spooky, it's more a horror side. The ghosts are more realistic. I like having all these like little mini bosses that are puzzles, and I feel like there's more unique ghosts in Luigi's Mansion than there are in 2 and 3 combined. There's more unique character ghosts in this first game than there is in the entirety of 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I feel like even though it's small and compact like setting, they still got like 8 hours out of it, and it's like pretty engaging. Everything's kind of cohesive together. It doesn't feel like I'm being railroaded really. And you just kind of stumble across things naturally. The only reason I would say it's not an S is just because especially playing 2 and 3 first, the controls are a little wonky.
Yeah, I
still
didn't like the controls when I played the remaster.
Because, well, I don't know if the remaster changes, but in the first one, you have to hold back both sticks in the opposite direction.
Both sticks?
Yes, you have to hold back the C stick and the move stick. That isn't as bad at getting used to. I do like the elemental mechanics they added into it, like sucking up a fire ghost and blowing that out, and like different elemental ghosts. I did like that, but I also didn't like the final boss being, it was Bowser. It was fucking a pain in the ass and bullshit at times. But other than that though, it's a unique like first experience into Luigi's Mansion, and the series really hasn't went in that same direction since. It went more puzzle game with a mansion aesthetic instead of more.
Yeah.
And it's a good game. Other than the boss and needing the booze, I feel like it's pretty good.
I wasn't a fan of the ghost sucking mechanic.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
I didn't exactly understand the original game's controls for stunning a ghost.
So how it works, that's different. So there's no strobe bulb. You have to try to turn the character around and shine the light on them to expose their heart. I don't know if they changed that in the first one or not for 3DS remaster.
Oh, they definitely did because they added the strobe bulb.
Then I don't know how it would work on the 3DS, but what you did was you'd have it come and try to like sneak up, and then you turn the character around and you flash them with your light, and then you start sucking them up. That's how you'd stun them and get them to show their heart. The generic ghosts.
In the settings, there was 2 different options. There was the original, and then there was the strobe bulb, and I 100% took the strobe bulb.
Yeah, that one's I do like the strobe bulb mechanic that they introduced in 2, and the say the first one is a classic good romp, though it may be an outlier per se. I still think it was something unique and different. Like if you're craving a Luigi's Mansion 2 or 3, something similar, you might get something similar. It definitely shows its age, but I think it's pretty good as compared to some other games, especially at the time. I think it belongs in A.
Yeah, I'll put it in A. Yeah.
Next is Luigi's Mansion 2. I think it goes in A, but I think it goes behind Luigi's Mansion 1. I think they're even.
I don't know. 2 was my favorite. I'd put it in F.
I like 2. You know what? I do, I can go with S. I know some people might disagree with this. I think it's a pretty good game. Now, the HD version, though, I don't know if I can...
Not a whole lot new stuff.
No, not a whole lot new stuff. So, Luigi's Mansion 2 is good, especially for portable. I think Luigi's Mansion 2 is the best you could do for Luigi's Mansion portably. It did everything it needed to. All the unique mansions, I really liked them. I will say, I think a lot of the gripes I have with this game recently is the Switch version. I feel like the ice boss was way better on the 2. I remember it being way easier to beat on the 2DS than it was on the Switch. The way they did gyro control, I don't know what team did it, but I think they fucked it up because
yeah, the gyro Gyro definitely got
Because
fucked.
Galaxy, I like the gyro for Galaxy. The Galaxy gyro was really good. It would instantly snap to the center when you re-centered it with X. It, like, didn't do that for Luigi's Mansion 2. It took forever to recenter, and then there was the time limit where it regenerated its face plates, and then you're fucked. I think it has cool, unique mansions. Not like, I really like the mansions and having separate mansions. It would be, one thing I wish they did maybe for the remaster was they kind of made it a little open worldy.
Like a free roam.
Like, you could free roam between the mansions, and you had, like, some maybe, like, freelance, like, you could have, like, the shop set up in front of each one, or whatever, or, use the pixelator plate to go to his bunker, but then you could find, like, little mansion shacks you could go for ghost hunting, or, like, explore and run between them. I think that would be really cool.
That would have been sick.
And the only other thing I could really say that's, like, a nitpicky gripe is they should have called it Luigi's Mansions 2, or Dark Moon, or whatever.
By that logic, it would have been Luigi's Hotel.
I'm not opposed to that. But, like, at least that one's one mansion. That one was, like, multiple. Other than that, though, I like the game. I think it feels a little bit like if someone saw 3 and they kind of it felt a little generic. Maybe it's just because I played it and I remember playing this one first, so that's just what Luigi's Mansion is base to me. But it just kind of feels a little generic. Is all.
I definitely like the addition of the strobe bulb and the dark light.
Yeah.
And the upgrades. Nice. Upgrades were really nice too.
I don't think they had those in 3, do they?
No, they didn't. The only upgrades you could get was like finding gems and booze and the gold bones. The multiple gold bones is pretty nice, but they kind of ruin the aspect of having a bunch of gold collected and then finding one in any container once you had enough.
True. Yeah, I think I will say those are good additions for like a baseline Luigi's Mansion exploration. They definitely started leaning more toward puzzle and less toward spooky, though. I will say I do kind of miss that of the eerie nature of the original Luigi's Mansion. Was really cool. S for that. I think I agree with S. Let's move on to Luigi's Mansion 3. I think Luigi's Mansion 3 should be in the top of A. I like Luigi's Mansion 3 better than the original Luigi's Mansion. Maybe if they remastered or ported it over, it'd be different. And not as much as 2.
100% agree with that.
Luigi's Mansion 3 is really good. I do like the aesthetics. There was a few bosses that were really bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking the rubber duck boss sucked. I fucking hated that fucking... It was like the basement floor boss.
Basement 2, yeah.
That one fucking sucked. The King Boo boss...
was kind of bad.
Okay. The desert one, I didn't like the sand temple boss. That one fucking sucked. And some of the puzzles were a little bit the fucking Phasmal Kitty one. Those fucking suck. That's what I didn't like, the Polterpup missions, but the Polterpup missions didn't last that long and weren't that annoying to deal with. Like, you just kind of got them and like flashed them once and sucked them up into your vacuum. The fucking kitty, you had to like have it sneak up behind you like you would in the original, and then in the original, so they sneak up behind you, you flash, you just turn it around, the light hits them, and then you can suck them up. This one, you have to get the strobe bulb ready, have it sneak up behind you, and then jankily use the stick to spin around and then flash it. Yeah. It was so fucking annoying. I hated that mission part too. Other than that though, smooth experience. The online's pretty fun. I don't remember much of 2 online, so I didn't really quote like much on that. If it was fine, but Luigi's Mansion 3's online is pretty good though, I will say. The Toad missions are a little but yeah. I would say this is my definitive ranking of the Luigi's Mansions.
I would say if they added the upgrades from Dark Moon with all the gold that you get in the hotel, really, it would have been a lot better. And then add that into the Scarescraper, just like the previous Scarescraper.
Yeah, I played very minimally of Scarescraper too, so I don't remember much of that. But I will say, it is still a fun romp, though. Some Luigi's Mansion, ghost hunting. But yeah, this is the definitive list, I'd say. If you don't like it, you can fight me for it, eh? But yes, hope you guys had a wonderful time watching this video. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. And also, what was your first Luigi's Mansion? Mine was 2. Go check out Ember or Empire Gamer 157. Link in the description below. Well, if you like this video, give this video a like. If you like the channel, you can subscribe and turn on notification bells to get notified of all further upload. And if you really want to help me out, cards in the video to take more content. And with that all ado, adios.